Copeland, and this is just a brief description of the Wellness Recovery Action Plan. The Wellness Recovery Action Plan is a simple plan for your own life. It was developed by a group of peers in northern Vermont in 1997. What I'm sharing with you is how they decided that RAP should be. And the first step in developing a RAP is to develop a list of wellness tools. It describes every little thing that you can do to help yourself feel better, like taking a walk, eating some good food, some healthy food, talking to a friend, painting a picture, making some music, listening to music, all of those things that you can use to help yourself stay well and feel better when you're not feeling so great. The first step after you've developed your wellness toolbox is to describe what you like when you're well. And if you can't remember when you're well, just make it up. Just what would you like to be like when you're well? Would you like to be happy? Would you like to be productive, responsible, competent, humorous? Think of all the words that describe you when you're well, just so that you have something to look back to. So you have that list. And then the first step in the plan is to develop a list of things that you need to do every single day to stay as well as possible. Like for me, I have to eat breakfast every day to stay as well as possible. I need to drink at least 8 glasses of water to stay as well as possible. I need to get at least a 20-minute walk in my day. Maybe you just need to brush your hair every day. What are the things that you need to do? Maybe you need to feed the dog, feed the cat. Maybe you need to call a family member. Maybe there's somebody that you need to be in touch with every day. So just it's a short list. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with things to do, but think about it. What if you did these things every single day? You'd be feeling pretty good. So think about that. And then there might be some things that on a separate list that you might need to do on a particular day. Like maybe you need to call your doctor, maybe you need to call a counselor, maybe you need to have a job interview, maybe you need to check in with a friend. This is just a list of things that you might need to do on any given day. That's the first part. We call that the daily maintenance plan. Second part is what we used to call triggers, and we didn't like that word very much, so it's been changed to stressors. What are those things that if they happen to you would be kind of upsetting, would just get you off on a bad footing, make you feel awful, start to feel really anxious, really upset? Like one of them might be you might see an accident, or maybe your dog is sick, or maybe somebody has been rude to you, or maybe this is the anniversary of a day that something bad happened, or you saw a bad news article, something that just starts to make you feel kind of uneasy. And then, after you got those listed, you make a plan. You make a list of the things that you could possibly do if that came up. So you have a whole bunch of choices. But you go back to your list of wellness tools and say, well, if that happened, I could go for a walk. I could listen to some music. I could do some puzzles on my phone. Of the things that you could do right in the moment that would help you to feel better if something like that happened. So that's the first. That's the second part. First was the daily maintenance plan, then triggers or stressors, and what are the things you can do about it. And then the next step is early warning signs. What if you start to notice, I don't feel quite right, it's nauseous all the time, and I have a bit of a headache. I don't really feel like seeing anybody, and I'm not putting on my seatbelt when I get in the car, and I'm not looking both ways when I cross the road. Those are, there's not too much going on, but a little bit. It's just a clue for you that maybe you're going to need some more wellness tools. And so you want to make a more directive plan. This is a sign that you might be getting worse. And so what are those simple, safe tools that are in your wellness toolbox that you could use at this time? And you make a list of those. And it includes a lot of choices as well, because you don't know what your circumstance is, but you want it to be pretty straightforward. So you come up with a good plan that you can use when you're starting to feel a little bit off. And the next section is when things are really breaking down. You realize, I am feeling crummy. I just want to yell at everybody. I'm having fights with people. I can't think straight. I can't concentrate on anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to cry all the time. I'm eating everything that I shouldn't. I'm not taking my medications if I have any. Those are all just examples of ways that you might be feeling. Those are indicators that things have gotten much worse, and this is an important time, and you want to do a really great job when you write up that list, because the thing is, if you catch it now and move it back to where you're just using your basic daily maintenance plan, that's great. But if you don't catch it now, you could move into a crisis. So this is a very important part of the plan. And then the next part is the crisis plan, and that has a whole format to it. The crisis plan is a plan that you develop when you're feeling good, that you give to all of your supporters so that they can do the things that you would want them to do in times when you can't really tell them what to do, that really directs them, like what doctors should they call, what places would you want to go and stay, what places would you not want to go and stay, what things could they do for you that would be really helpful, and what would you not want them to do. So that's the crisis plan, and that's a project, and that you want to get the rest of your wrap in good shape before you start working on that one. And then there's a post-crisis plan too that walks you through the process of when you have gone through a really bad time, what are the things you're going to do to get yourself back so that you can use your daily maintenance plan again. So that's wrap, that's basic wrap. As I said, it's described in a book that you can get at mentalhealthrecovery.com. Many different books describe it. Many people have used it, and I hope that it works really well for you.